coming at you from my my home-based business, which I have downstairs. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to do a quick overview on how to get your emails to be, one, opened, and two, to have your links in your email opened a lot more. As we're aware, or you may or may not be aware, that email opens are going down and click rates are not also going down, especially if you're sending links in your email. People see that big long line of your URL, the link that you say, oh, click here and you'll get this PDF file. A lot of people are leery of that for the reason of that's how viruses used to spread, right? So they're all like, I don't know if I can click a link. I don't know. Oh, there's a nice picture. Guess what? I'll click on that. So you have to adapt with the times. And today, in fact, speaking of that, I was just creating an email, and I knew before, like months and months ago, that I did an email that had a video in it, but it just had a link. And it had quite a few people opened it, watched the video, and sent me a lot of sent back some information. How do I know a lot of people use it? Because I use a MailChimp as my email server, so that I can send out to my customers, and it does tracking and stuff like that. There's lots of other ones out there. There's AppWeber and you know, a lot of them out there. But you want to make sure you're getting one of those email campaign organizers, just because you can track what's going on. You can see what links they're clicking, how many people clicked it, how many times they've opened your email, how many times they've clicked on your any of your active links, like your buttons that you put in there. So it's something that you want to look at. I know for myself, MailChimp is free, so that was always a nice way to start off. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen, show you exactly what I'm talking about, and then come back to you guys, and we'll go from there. All right, so just give me like couple of seconds here. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go, and let's get ready to go. Warp speed. There you go. All right, so what we're doing is we're going into our MailChimp right now. So I've already created a campaign called Test, okay? I've uploaded a picture of just at the header. It's just a header picture. You can put anything there, but just so it's not so boring for demonstrations, I put it here. And this guy here, believe it or not, he is floating a bill, a dollar bill. It could be $100, $500, $10, $20, I don't know. But anyways, he's floating in the air. Magic trick, as you can see, the guy on his left is videotaping it. So that's kind of cool. So what we're going to do next is we're going to come down, just add some text. We're just going to say, I can't believe he is floating that bill. All right, and you can, I'm not going to show you how to make your emails pretty. I'm showing you one technique. Of course, you can bold it. You're going to make that bigger and all that stuff. Then you like have a subheading where you can go in and say, guess who he is, or something like that. Guess who he is. I know who he is, and if you were to Google his name, you'd find out that I'd be right, and we could have some fun. So, who is this magic man? Just so it turns out, he gives a lot of webinars, and he's a CEO guy, and he's been teaching a lot on CAO lately. So if you don't know what that is, this guy's name is Rob Four. You can go check him out. But anyways, he's a magic man. So here we go. We have the title and stuff. So now we're just going to save it, because when we save it in MailChimp, it comes to here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, because we see it. And as always, there's always going to be a picture. If you want to add a picture, you get that in Word and everything like that. So you're just going to click on the picture here. I've already uploaded my picture that I wanted to kind of make it faster. So I'm going to select it. And what it allows me to change it here. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to do a video, I already took a picture through one of my, what I use is Snagit. Basically, you can scroll over it. It copies it for you. I put it in PowerPoint, made it an image, and away we went. I find using PowerPoint for the pictures is so much easier than looking for Paint and working with that. I like PowerPoint. So that's what I use. I use all my images. If I put anything in there, it goes to PowerPoint. And then I can save it as, if you go to Save As and go down to Other, you will be able to save it as a JPEG, any type of format you want. So here's my image. I've uploaded it. I've made it a nice size, 170 by 127. I have my picture there. So what I'm going to do is go to YouTube, because I'm going to post, this is going to be my video. So what I'm going to do is I need to go to my video manager, which I had right here. And we're going to use this one as the one we're using it. So we're just going to go and get our info and stuff like that. Our info is right here. So you're just going to copy it, come back to Campaign, paste it in here. Now what I want is I like to have, for me, I like to have when they go to a link, have another window open. Why? Because then behind is still your active screen that you were on. If you just go and you don't click this right here, what's going to happen is they're going to click on your video. It's going to take them to YouTube. So when they close out, they're gone. You want to keep the people, your customers, on your website, your email, so they come back and read it, because as soon as they close it, they're gone, right? So as long as we make them close it again, the chances are of them reading it further on is going to be greater. So that's a little point right there. I think that's a pretty nice golden nugget there. Hopefully you wrote that one down. If not, then do it now. So here we go. We're going to click and save. Image gets inserted. As you can see, it is inserted. But what we can do is we can drag it down here so that everything looks good. So here we go. We have our image in here. It looks like a video. We're going to say, and then since what's our training on for here? How to identify, attract, and close your perfect customer or teammate. So we're going to just add that in there. Doesn't make it perfect or anything like that, but you know what? People are going to like, what's that video about? Like, why am I clicking here? So we'll just paste it there. As you can see, it makes a different size. You want to make sure you're making it all the same size. So you're going to go down into here and pick your heading, come down here, and it's just inline styles, or we can go default text, bold. Okay, so anyways, that's what we got here. Can I move this in? Perfect. So we have that. That's our title. You can just then come down here and say, to find out more, click start the video above. To find out more, you will need to click the video right above this sentence. So that gives you, now people know exactly what we're talking about, right? We're telling them, we're saying, to find out more, you'll need to click the video right above you. Or you can stick it right here, say click the video below you. So we also want to make them, so to find out more, you'll need to click the video right above this sentence right now. There is one crazy secret that will be disclosed. Spelling it. This need to slow down. Disclosed at. This is how long is this video? This video is about 13 minutes, I think. Oh, it's 37:10. So we can say like at minute 22:05. So then they're like, oh, okay, so let's watch it, and then they'll go from there, right? So here we go. We got our image here, and so we're going to save and close, and then you can do other things with MailChimp, but we're just showing you how to do your image, right? So let's save, close, and Let's see if it lets us do a preview here. So it's all done, but I don't really want to send it to everyone. I'm going to do a preview here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a test email. I'm going to send it to myself, hopefully, and then we're going to do this. Bon voyage. Alright, so I'll have to go to my email. Hopefully it opens soon. This is Outlook. Outlook. Should have had that ready. Sorry, you want to saw my email. That's fine. Just shoot me an email if you want. Alright. So here we go. Quick test here. So here we go, Floating Man, and let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Opening up in another window, and there's our email. So here you go.
Hey there, how's it?
That is exactly how to get your emails in your, get your videos into your emails without everyone, without having a link. I think it made it a lot better, a little more professional. You'll notice that sometimes people will be like, oh, here's a video, and they just send like their link, right? So you want to make sure it's always professional. Adding this to, adding that to your email body and working around it to make it, it'll make it a lot more professional, and it could generate you more clicks onto your actual YouTube channel. People will see it, they'll then subscribe. Then you can have in your description, you can have check me out on Facebook, check me out on Twitter. I also have an Instagram tab. You know, so now you're starting to be, you're broadcasting to a larger audience, and you become a brand. And with marketing, we're not going to get into that, but as you can see, one little thing can lead to greater things. It's step by step by step. So make sure, we're going to come back here. I'm going to stop. I'm going to come back here. All right. So yeah. So as you can see, you know, everything's a step-by-step process. We start out with a little email to our broad group of our broad audience. From there, we took them to YouTube. There they can subscribe to your YouTube channel. They can also share it. They go, well, this is pretty cool. This guy's pretty, you know, they know what they're doing. Here, I'm going to share this with my friends. In there, they'll probably go down to your description. You want to make sure that in your description, your information is right there so that the people can see it. They don't have to go to like any see more or get any more information type of thing. You want it there accessible for people. And also, I hope you guys got that, but make sure you're opening another window, because when they close it, you want them back on your email so that they can read more. Okay, so you're giving them value at the top, you're telling them about the video, you're telling them to click the image or click the video. You've taken an image of the actual video you want them to watch. They're going to click it, they're going to go to the YouTube channel, they're going to watch it. Then they're like, okay, I'm done. So then they click on X, they go, oh, I still have the email. So then you finish reading it. This gives you more exposure to your fans and your followers, and also builds your value. The one last tip I'm going to give you right now, and it has to do with your subject line. What you want to do in your subject line, something that's really, really, really good, is that, and I just found this out today. I was like just going through, just doing a little bit of research, and I just came across this, and it's such a little thing that you can do. And it came like, it was clear. It was like using numbers at the beginning of your email. Okay? So depending on, to get it opened more. So let's say that one, I've given you 2 tips, but really I've given you 3 if we think about it. You can agree that I gave you a tip on how to get your emails open. I gave you a tip on, or actually not I, you have received and heard that if you have your link open in another window, people will still be at your email after they close that window. And 3, you're going to just find out now that using numbers at the beginning. So here we go. So my subject might be for 2 hot tips to get your emails more click rates, plus 1 bonus. So in there I'm leading with a number. So people are like, oh, 2. Oh, it's not going to be long. Great. So they read it. They'll be looking for the 2 things. And then they're like, oh, and the bonus. So they're going to look for the bonus. So I read that having numbers at the front actually has a higher opening rate. So that is something I will be trying. I just wanted to pass it on to you so that you could try it. And you know what? If you liked it so much, come back and visit me on Facebook or whatever and tell me, yeah, Mike, that worked. Or, nah, I didn't really notice a difference. But make sure you get your free email deliverers and stuff like that. They are helpful. They help you track things. And if you're tracking your numbers, you know what's working, what's not, and you can change it. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me on this quick little video. I don't want to call it a webinar, but it's based on one of my platforms. But I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a note if you want, subscribe, and see you around. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.